Just a second, I need to bring some one more. Good evening and welcome. The first bit is going to be a short video, and afterwards, behind that mirror is like a little room that I filled, and I have some gloves here. After the film, you can grab some gloves, and you can come and check the small archive that I've constructed in here. We also have a little chat. My name is Andrei Gabriel Nicolescu, and I was born on the 18th of March 1989 in the city of Ploiești, Romania. I came to London a couple of years ago, and since then I've been homeless several times. Today I will not focus on my story, and instead I want to talk about Abu's story. Earlier this year, during the summer, I went out one day to explore the area around Hackney Wick where I used to live. At one point I see this alley which is out of its place, and I decide to go and check it out. At the end of the alley there's a gate with a lock on it, and behind I can see a path. So I decide to jump the fence and follow the path. As I walk, at the end, on the right side underneath the bridge, I see a big double mattress with a quilt on it and some shoes next to it. On the left side of the mattress, there's some stairs. On that time they were covered with bushes, so I had to make my way up. And when I got there, on the rail level, I found a small garden space. And just next to it was a building, a small building, which has two rooms. The first room is a long one, like a corridor, and the ceiling is really, really damaged. You can see the sky through it. At the end, there was a door nailed into the brick wall, and at the bottom there was a little hole made by possibly mice. So I took a look through the hole, and I saw this briefcase. So I became really, really curious at that point. I left and I came back the next day. It took me 3 hours to break the door. Behind it there was a lot of spider webs. No one was there for years. That's where I discovered Abu's story. Inside there were his books, his journals, his notes, The filming of this footage is recent, and I haven't been there for months. As I approach, I realize that someone is living here. The door is covered with a red blanket, and on top of the blanket there's a piece of wood. I'm a bit scared and I stop for a moment, almost sure that no one's inside by the way that the wood is placed, but not 100%. I decide to continue with caution. Hello? 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 Sorry. So someone found Abu's room and is now using it. That was really dangerous for me to come here so close. Oh, I don't even know. I can't see the books. Oh, I can see some of the books. Oh no. I have to be careful. I can't stay here for longer. I need to leave everything out of the sleeve.
I was born on the 4th of January 1964 in Commonwealth Country, Ghana, West Africa, in a village called Fanti-Nyankomasi, about 24 miles from the central region, capital Cape Coast. Ghana has 9 regions. My birth name is Pa Kwame Abu. Pa is traditional for Papa or Father. Kwame indicates born on Saturday, and Abu is the ancestral family link name. I adopted the Christian or first name Richard when I was enrolling for secondary school education. Habitual practice that was popular, common, and in the area of Ghana at the time. Nigeria too. My mother and stepdad are residents in the United Kingdom, and my 2 stepbrothers and stepsister were all born in England. The family address is at Stoke Newington in Hackney, which is North London. I do not know the story about my biological father, but I'm sure I had one. My mother traveled to England before I had a good, rememberable childhood consciousness. So, looking after me were auntie, uncle, and mainly my grandmama. My grandmama died when I was about 16. Then Uncle Joseph Kwame Abu became my main guardian. He was the one who could more support me financially. He also died soon after I gained my nursing qualification. I was then in the UK by this time. I consciously first tasted my mother's embrace and presence during my grandmama's funeral in July 1980. I don't want to talk about that right now. So, I started primary school education when I was about 5 years old. I had 6 years of primary school in Fanti Nyankomasi Primary School, and while I was all time being looked after by my grandmama. Then I had a brief stay with my uncle Joseph Kwame Abu before coming back to live with grandmama. Thus, after my 6 years primary schooling, Uncle Abu felt that I needed, like fatherhood parenting too. So I had my final 4 years elementary schooling at Tusifu Prazo Middle C Elementary School. There was a United Africa Company trader in the central region town called Tusifu Prazo. There were 3 middle elementary schools in the town, hence the alphabetical letter C. The previous national elementary education structure in Ghana was long and cumbersome, 10 years, but it is shorter and much more simplified now. So I basically have been in the UK since 1989 with national insurance number, and my professional colleagues would attest that I have enthusiastically served the NHS at high skilled level up until 2002. What some colleagues did not know was that at different stages since qualifying, the Home Office has refused to grant me work or resident permit. Some agencies were gracious enough to get me work, and many ward managers and charge nurses retained me for months. My spiritual background is Christianity, and when my identity becomes public, there will certainly be many, including sales personnel at particular Christian bookshop, confirming my long journey and studiousness for theological apologetics, a projected pursuit which convinced me to suspend marriage intentions.
of the children's to some his parents' house. And I'm thinking to go there to try and find more. I have no contact to relate with. These are the last books that I took in the video and you just saw. And I want to go back there because there's another person living there now. And I don't want to scare them as well. And I'm thinking, how should I? And there's a lot of.
Okay, thank you. This is the second showing of.
At the end of the alley, there's a gate with a lock on it. And behind, I can see a path. So I decide to jump the fence and follow the path. As I walk, at the end, on the right side underneath the bridge, I see a